So hello guys, welcome to Ben's blog. So today we have a 135 two pieces. This one is our synchronizing. This is our project today that we're going to do. So my team now is already having the preparations for the coolant and oil. So the rest of it they are now removing for our alternator cover, and they are preparing for the rest of the necessary things to do. This one is so in here I'm trying to do the configurations as also so needed. So the other guys is now preparing for our power cabling for the rest of the generator. So this one is total of around 8 cable for our cabling, because this one is 2, so we're using 240. This one is bigger enough to our load, but it's okay, no problem with that. So now I'm checking if there is something wrong, so I'm just telling the guys to arrange this correct properly, so we don't have any problem we encountered for the rest of our synchronizing. So now I will trying to reconfig. So as long as the time is moving, so we need to in hurry also, so we can finish this project. But since today is very hot, because it is summer, so you see that the sweating is real. So while they're doing their work, I'm also doing my job to separately, so we can do this and a little bit faster as we can. So now I am continue for our configurations while waiting for the preparations of the power cabling. So just wait for a while I'm doing the configurations. So okay guys, while we are if for example you are doing the configurations, make sure that you are following the correct standard, and you have to look all the wirings, what are those functions and what are those numbers you're using, and what is those numbers that corresponds to the functions of what you are doing the configurations. Because if you are mistakenly do the configurations and you are not look for your numbering, either you have a big trouble after you are finished configurations. So make sure that while doing the configurations, you know what are those functions you are doing and or you are putting to the configurations, so after that you don't have any problem. So now I am connecting also our MSC or the multi connections. So they have what we call the communications between one module to another. So we need a resistor in the end of this end to end of this module. So they have their filter, and for to understand that there are two module only connected to this synchronizing. So while I am connecting, so I am just also looking for the rest of the configurations, and I'm going to check if this one having the correct if it is communicating or it's not. So we know if there is some loose connections, or either the cable is um, faulty. So as you can see, now they are already ready for the cable. It is already done the connections, so they are waiting for me for those configurations to be done as well. Since this one I'm doing for the first generator, so I will just only after that I will just copy it to the second generator. So sometimes if you're doing the configurations, it takes time, so just double check every parameters that you are calibrating or you are changing, so you are not encountering some problem. But sometimes it cannot say 100% it will work for the first time, so there will be troubleshooting after that. So now I'm doing the configurations for our L series. So now I'm connecting to our laptop, so in order to have the communications. So here I am checking those files that the L series have, if it is need to calibrate each set points. So now I am looking and checking every details that we have here. And after that I'm also going to do the rests, like the second or the first generator. I am going to do also the configurations. So after this we're going to check if it is working our configurations. So as you can see, now it is done. So I've now returned the connections and ready for to try if it is generator is working or not. So this time I need to start the generator so we can see if it is back to the correct connections. Now generator is running, and we will check around if it is still working or not. So now I stop it and it's also stopped. So let's check the other generator and check the wiring as well, so we can follow those wires that we've been mistaken for the first generator. So at this point we can fix those. So now I'm going to check the configurations if I've been confirmed that I've been write the program, and then we're going to start also. So if this generator is running, so now it's just running. So after this we are going to do the breaker tests and voltage adjustment. So at this point I am trying to close the breaker, but there is some issues. Once I tried to close the breaker, it is the motor is running, but the problem is once it is closed it will trip it back, bec- because I think there is something wrong with the wiring, or there is a problem for those breaker. So now we're having some troubleshooting, and we need to do the one by one tests for those wire and uh, connection checking. So after the long run of troubleshooting, so we found out that the connection is not the problem, and everything have supply and it is connected properly. The only problem is it is mistakenly installed the wrong solenoid for the breaker. That's why it's tripping up. Instead it will close the breaker. The command is okay, and the closing for the motor command is working, but only the trip point, which is wrong solenoid to be installed. That's why it is always at the trip point of our breaker. So at this point we are already find out that this is only you need to replace our solenoid inside of the module, so in order to work and in order to close the breaker. So now I'm just having the final configurations for our generator, so it will work as fine as we wanted. So okay guys, we are now going to do the testing for the synchronizing, now manual synchronizing, and then after that auto synchronizing. So since yesterday we're just done preparing and troubleshooting, now we are ready to do the synchronizing as well. So start.